Welcome. This is the sixth edition of Star 80. 80 gowns, 80 dolls, and 80 years. And I'm thrilled to have the award-winning educator, Jim Pinkston, who is a teacher of general and special ed in Connecticut. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Teaching the
And
deaf and hard of hearing.
and we can state that you like Diana Ross a little bit, right?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, like just a little bit, just a little
Just,
bit. All right.
just a
So
little bit.
I have the distinct
Since I
pleasure
was
of
two.
what's that?
Since I was two,
Since you were
literally.
two? Oh, okay. I've liked her since The Wiz, so I was about 7 going on 8. And I have some questions that I want to ask you that are the 7 questions that I've asked all the friends and fans of Diana Ross from all over the world. I'm going to be interviewing people as far as South Africa, Australia, and I get to take the Metro, is it the Metro North? I get to take the Metro North to you virtually as you're in Connecticut and I'm in the middle of Manhattan.
Yes.
And I'm crossing my fingers because there's this empty billboard. I just know if I say it to myself that YSL will be right outside my window and I never have to leave my office because I can see Diana Ross for
That would be great. That would
wouldn't
be
it be
great.
cool? And I'll invite you over and we could have fun and we can have brunch here. We don't even have to leave.
Yeah, there you go.
So that being said, I long to have brunch with you to plan for our Star 80 event that's happening, I think, next month at your school, because I got all those Diana Ross style kits ready.
Yes, yes, they are ready to
And
go.
the
Excited.
big question is, will they make a Diana Ross style or will they make it something else? And that's okay if they do that. Okay. But anyway,
They're
so
expecting to make the Diana Ross doll, so they're expecting that. So
I can't wait. I've always
this
wanted
is
an
awesome.
excuse to do this, and you're my not excuse, you're my affirmation that yes, we can. So we
Yes.
are free to be, you and me. Hey, so we're gonna start and never grow up. Our first question in the Star 80 deep dive is beyond the Supremes classics, which well-known Diana Ross song holds a special place in your heart, and how has it helped you teach your students or scholars at the school? So this is a different question from, I really, this is tailor-made because I know you. And I think I know the song, but I could be surprised. So tell us, what's the song that really holds on to you and moves you? And also you've used it to teach maybe a big idea with some of the students that you serve. And for years you've been serving students what like with big ideas and getting them to reach complex concepts through your amazing teaching abilities. What song?
Um, Post Diana Ross, in the Supremes, I would say for a song that has resonated with my students a lot has been Voice of the Heart.
Really? Because I know that's
Yes.
Dustin's
And
favorite. So
they've
yeah.
actually performed that a couple of years ago for a Black History event that we had at the school.
Did
And
they do
the
sign?
words, some did with sign, there was some signing components included in that. But they resonate with that song because of the light that it brings forth, you
Yeah.
know, to listen and to not give up on dreams and to continue to go through processes, you know.
Well,
So that
or just
song
your
is
learning abilities or learning disabilities and make them
right.
abilities because you find where your strengths are and you reach those goals. And The Voice of the Heart is a great song. And of course, if you don't know, it's available on Spotify. And with
Yes, it
the
is.
world of streaming, who knows if Murder on the Dance Floor could make it to 98 on the Billboard Hot 100. I think Voice of the Heart could really chart too. I mean, there's so many possibilities, right? In my
It
mind.
is.
In your mind, there are
Yeah.
so many possibilities. All right, great question. And I love the connection with your students always. And I love that we're connected and we're going to make Diana Ross styles with your students
This
next
is
month,
awesome.
right?
Yes.
Right before her birthday, because we're counting the days up to her birthday. I didn't lose track of the number, but her birthday falls on what day of this year in March? Not that I don't. Could you tell the people that may be turning?
I don't
They may. You don't know Diana Ross's birthday.
March 26th, I know
Okay,
it's that,
thank
but
you, thank
I
you.
don't
Because
know what day I
I
don't
was
know
going to
what day of the
stop
week
this
it falls
call.
this
I was
year.
going to
Oh no, no,
86 you.
March 26th. I don't know what day of the week it falls
Oh,
on.
okay. Well, I do, but we need to get to number 2. The evolutionary enigma, of course, enigma puzzle, but from Motown girl group to the Supremes, the Disco Diva, the Oscar nominee. And I go, which I don't really, I think I know this answer, but maybe not. Which of the eras of Diana Ross's career that really define what resonate with you? What era of her career really means the most to you, Jim?
I think I've been through all of the errors, but
I knew you were going to say that. Knew
I
it.
have
I
been.
have to ask this question.
Um, but I would say the God, the 80s for me
That's
was
my
a
era too.
defining
That
era for
confidence, that big hair, that the big
yeah,
80s. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
The video 80s. Like they were
yes.
so beautiful.
80s, 81,
Yeah.
82.
No, so when
Um,
you went to Vegas, did you spin around the pole? I
I
did
walked
it. I
past
did
it.
it.
I don't think I did the
I did
spin
my
around the
TED
pole.
talk and I walked to see I tried to walk to see Diana Ross and I ended up seeing that pole and I spun around it like she does in the Why Do
And Why
Fools
the Fools
Fall
Fall in Love.
video, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so you like all the eras, but the big 80s is your
The
era.
80s was definitely the era for me. The
Number
70s, I was
three.
growing up, so
Yeah, yeah. As we were coming of age, right, right, right. We're the
yeah,
same age-ish.
yeah.
So number three, fashion and flair. If I was home, I would show you the flash doll cards of Diana Ross. We'll do it over brunch, possibly. I'll bring about 8 of them and we can play with them. But what is your favorite gown? Now, just for the record, you have the first green gown that I did with overlap stitches. And we have a picture, I think, together at Flatiron Building when I used to live downtown. What is your favorite Diana Ross gown of all time? That you
Wow.
go, oh my gosh, I want to check it, I want to wear it, I want to touch it, I want to sneak in and like steal it. No, what is the gown that you think, wow, wish that was on exhibit at the Met or in, in the, in the Greenwich, Connecticut, um, what is it, the Historical Society of Greenwich, Connecticut,
That's a
which
tough one, but I will say,
I knew
I
you had.
probably would say the yellow. I always loved the yellow gown she wore in Lady Sings the Blues.
Really, the one that was from the 1934 painting?
Yes, yes.
Right, because Bob Mackie found a painting, it dates back to 1934, I
That
believe
gown,
that's
it
the
fit her
date.
perfectly,
It
and it
really
just
did
the
fit her
color and everything.
perfectly.
It was
Yeah. Yellow is a beauty. I like the yellow canary repurposed gown. And I like how, I mean, she like in certain eras, like it was like the 90s and it was kind of like low,
right,
no waisted
right.
90s. And then it was cinched and then it was chopped in half. And that influenced how I work out at the gym. I like over like all of my t-shirts so I could show off my like the good parts and the not so good parts that I'm working on. And when I look in the mirror, I feel like I'm about to like, I just need the yellow tool and I'm ready to go. So
Right.
absolutely. I like that is a
And
great
I and
gown.
I and I did love the white gown that she wore when she did the Jerry Lewis telethon and sang Forever Young. So that's probably my
Yes.
second favorite
Yes. Now I
gown.
do have the Diana Ross yellow gown, but it didn't make the top 80 because when I held it up, people didn't like you.
Hmm.
I guess they weren't feeling it. So I'll
Right.
do that one. I'm up to 154 Diana Ross styles, even though there's 80 that are with on the tree because I
Yeah.
did the YSL with the fur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so that's interesting. Number 4, live or studio. Do you like Diana Ross in your head or do you like Diana Ross on stage hearing her live? It's a real basic question. No don't have to explain why, but do you prefer
On
live?
stage, live.
I feel the same too. I want to see her live and I want to hear her on the music. Yeah, I want to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
commute
Live.
with Diana, you drive with Diana. Do you eat with Diana? Do you eat with her music on?
Sometimes.
Really? Interesting.
Sometimes. Yeah.
And then, but you always go to see Diana. I think you're the only person that has might have seen her more than I have.
Wow.
Because but I'm
Wow.
never in the front row like you. I'm gonna go a couple of times, but I just want to be there to feel feel the
And even
power.
if I'm not in the front row, just being there is the
Yeah.
essence of being there.
No, but
You still
you're
get the message.
closer than close. You're like Gene Carn, closer than close. I am not so close, but I don't I kind of just like I kind of am a little like usually in awe. It's only until I met Dustin that I kind of get into it a little more, just because I want her to reach out and touch me. Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, number 5. This is an important question. What is an unexpected gem? The story unexpected. What hidden treasure in Diana Ross's musical projects over the years you feel deserves more love and attention that radio or popular culture just didn't give it the push or just didn't resonate? Like it could be a deep cut, it could be a single, it could be a B-side, it could be something that was number one in Japan or Ireland or England or South Africa, but didn't make it. Zimbabwe, that's Battlefield was a top 10 hit in Zimbabwe. Did you know that? And You're Gonna Love It went to number 4 in Zimbabwe.
Right.
I'm the savant when it comes to like charts all over the
Charts.
world.
Yes, you
So
are.
what song was the hidden gem that you think really has a chance to like, resonate with the world?
I so this is a good question because it has to, for me, it's always gone by album.
Okay, so
And
album.
I really, but if I had narrowed it down, I really would say that the Ross 83 album on its own was just overlooked. There were so many good possibility. You Do It. That's how
Yeah,
you
I do like
start
that.
over.
Yeah, I like that one too. Rumor
Lover
has it
Lonely.
that That's How You Start Over has Michael McDonald singing a duet with Diana Ross. And that
Oh
would make
wow.
sense because he wrote it. And
Right.
you really clearly, he's got a very distinct voice and he's singing in the
Right.
background with Shirley Matthews, Clyde King, and
Hmm.
Vanetta Fields, who were the Blackberries who
Yeah.
backed Ross on No Matter What Sign You Are. And all of the early Michael Masslers that's Shirley, the Blackberries. And they also
Right.
backed her before Devastating Affair, that group. So
Yeah.
so you think what song on that album 1983 Ross, not the one with a cigarette from 78 on
No.
Motown, but the
Right. The
RCA,
pink.
the big
Pink.
hair.
Right. Pink. The pink album. I call it. The
I call it red album, but okay, it's
the red
pink. Are
album.
you right? It's pink. It's pink.
Fuchsia.
Well, it's kind of like if you look at the Pantones, it's kind of reddish and it's pinkish, but
Yeah.
we'll go with pink. What
We'll
album?
go.
What song?
If I had to pick the song, I would say "You Do It" is the one that would be the standout
Yeah.
on the
We talk about that album all the time. I
yeah.
would want to like have Sheena Easton and Rita Coolidge and the songwriter who wrote "Baby I Lie," which when I first heard it, I thought it was Dolly Parton because it sounds like sounds like a wannabe Dolly Parton song, but because it's a really good song, songwriting. But it went to 15 in 1984, and she wrote the song "You Do It," Deborah something. And I should know her last name, but I'm 52, going on 53. That song "You Do It" was recorded by Rita Coolidge, or Sheena
Hmm.
Easton first, then Diana Ross and Rita Coolidge. And it's interesting that "Let's Go Up" was released as a single by Helen Reddy
Right.
from her
That's
album
right.
Imagination, which Helen Reddy has a really good ear because she had the song Heartbeat, which Don Johnson took to number 5 in
Hmm.
1987. She recorded it first on her album Imagination. And then
Yeah.
her file before the Imagination was an album, and it had a song that Mary Wilson recorded. And it was a single, and it became a hit for Barbara Mendrill's sister, that one that did White Rain. Not the one that drums that I identify with, but the one that did the Hairspray. Barbara, Dustin knows who I'm talking about, but she did
Right.
Save Me or something. There was I think it was Save Me, and that was Helen Reddy's song, and it became a big hit for Louise Mandrell. Thank you.
Mm.
It was like a top 10 country western hit for Louise Mandrell. If you look it up, she sings it on Solid Gold. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, with Dionne Warwick as the host. I prefer the Marilyn McCoo years, especially when she sings Muscles with the two
Yes. Remember
bodybuilder
that?
dancers. Yeah, with the
Yes.
microphone. That was really cool.
That was good.
All right, and then number 6. Star 80 legacy in the making. In your opinion, what has Diana's most significant contribution to music, film, or entertainment as a whole? Or what in general, what is her biggest contribution in the 80 years of her life? And let's put the cards on the table. We could chop out 14 years, but since she's been 14, she's been performing for crowds or a few and crowds and massive crowds. What is her legacy to you, according to you, Jim?
According to me, and this is interesting because I did ask her this question actually in Vegas,
Oh,
and we had the same thought, which was the Central Park concert. That to me is a legacy that will be hers forever.
Because it's the tenacity of
Because
what I think she represents and that you never give
it's
up.
right. And the fact that the control that was had over such a large crowd
It's like
to
a gym
move them
teacher.
and control them and to keep them where you needed them to be
Yeah,
the entire time. Rain, whatever, the next day, both events, she had that control
right.
and poise,
Yes,
and she knew what she was doing, you
she
know,
does. She does.
and that is the legacy I think that is there. The movies, we have those, we have but that to me is what is the standout piece of her career.
So the standout again is the RCA years, the Ross album 83, and of course the Central Park concert for One and All.
Also,
Now,
yeah.
true story, my father had brought us to some conference for his career because he always worked and it was never play, but we would always tag along and do something there. And there was a rainstorm, what a surprise, on August or July 22nd, 21st.
Hmm.
And so we were on standby. Our flight was delayed because we flew from I think it was Colorado, Denver to LaGuardia, and we were basically sidelined because of the storm.
Right.
So I was like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And we didn't go, obviously. But I
Hmm.
remember watching and hearing about the show and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so close, but not there. So
I
anyway,
have my original cassette tape that I recorded
oh,
both
you record off
shows
of television.
off the radio because it was
Oh, that's
broadcast
high risk behavior.
not only on television, it was broadcast on radio.
Yeah. So were you
So
able to
it was
do it like in
huge.
like a professional, hit record and play?
I
You know,
hit,
where you
hit
just
record on the
yeah,
radio, hit record, and
yeah.
there it went. And I
But
sat
no,
there
I
on the
used to take
floor.
things off of television, but I'd be like, shh, because
I sat there on the
that was
floor in
before
the
betas and
basement. Yeah,
VHSs.
on
Yeah.
the floor in the basement with the radio on and the record button on. And if I was talking or singing, nobody could hear because it was just recording directly from the radio. And I
Right,
still
right,
have
right.
my original cassette. I don't want to play it anymore because I am afraid that it might break after all these
Well,
years. But
that
yeah,
would be a real timepiece. I would like to hear that. I would like you to transfer it to digital. That would be fun.
yeah.
Number seven, seven is magic. It's my favorite number. And it's also a religious number. And it's the final question in our top 7-star 80 questions for $80, 80 gowns, or actually 80 gowns, $80 in 80 years. I got to get the branding right. My self-imposed branding. All right, star 80 dream duet. It could be like Natalie Cole's Unforgettable with her dad that had deceased, or it could be, what would be the dream duet in you're the A&R guy, you make the decisions, it's on your label, money is no option, you're producing the song, it's going to go number one because you're the force behind the power. What is the dream duet that you would like to have, fantasy, duet or reality based, living or deceased? Who would you pair Diana Ross with? And you can tell us why if you want.
Wow.
Such a hard
You know what?
question.
There's a lot of people that I think would pair, but I would love to see her sing with Billie Holiday.
Also, yeah, I'm all about that artificial intelligence stuff. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that would be really, really cool because, and to have them both do, because she loves to do Don't Explain and songs like that, um, that Billie
See, I would,
Holiday wrote. But I
I could
think that
feel
would be
that. Yeah. Yeah.
a really cool thing to see, this type of duet happen. Almost to do it like she did when she did Forever, Forever Young, on
Oh, with Bertie
Red
Pickett
Hot
from
Rhythm and Blues.
1987.
Right.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
see that happen, to see that happen, like in a setting like in a split scene like that. That would be
Ooh.
really cool to see that type
Yeah.
of a duet happen.
Okay, so ability, and I just think about it. We can have like an Eric Carper remix, dance mix, and we could dance to Don't
Yeah,
Explain.
yeah.
I don't know how, but why not, right?
Or
So
even I
here,
would love to see Diana do it with herself, with her younger self.
Oh, that would be an interesting concept too. Yeah.
you know?
So one never knows. One, would you ever think that Diana Ross would be the face of YSL in 2024?
She always surprises, right? Am
Totally.
I
So
right?
you never know.
You
There could
never
be a
know.
there's could be the Billie Holiday duetto album coming out, or I'll be curating her gown show, and you'll be my
There you
intern.
go.
Yeah, and you'll be the education. What is it? You're the education component to the gown exhibit at FIT. Yeah, you just put it out
Okay.
there. Everything you say is right. So you've got to go, and I've got to
Cool.
go. But thank you so much, Jim, for doing this. I really appreciate it. And
Thank
we'll
you
have
so much
brunch
for
to
asking anytime.
plan. To plan, yes. I'm going to be superimposing your face on the Star 80 logo that I repurposed from Live at Caesar's Palace, 1974. And this will be up soon. Okay. Thanks so much again.
Okay.
Be
Thank
good.
you. Love
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.